Rosvanis.
And that's just like another thing. If your first name's B, it better be killer.
Yeah. The Killer Bee, Rosvanis. Don't let Rosvanis' record fool you. This guy can go to the distance and does so with regularity.
Entertaining fighter also.
Four fights down, 4 quick finishes here at Premier MMA Championship on Flow Combat. Of course, check out SensiFights.com for more on Premier MMA Championship.
High roller.
And his opponent, Jair Montalvo.
Both gentlemen not taking any, time getting into the cage.
A stark contrast from what we've seen in the last couple of fights.
Yes, absolutely. Team G-Force.
Flanked by Charlie Stanford without selfie stick this time.
Jeff McAttack. Todd Neal high rolling. Here we go, here we go. Killer B doing his pacing, getting ready to go.
This is Premier MMA Championship, and this is an amateur fight scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first to the red corner, he stands 5'7", weighing 149 pounds. Fighting out of Findlay, Ohio, he represents Demolition Fight Team, Killer B Rosvanis. In the blue corner, he stands 5'6", weighing 150 pounds. Fighting out of Cincinnati, Ohio, representing Team G-Force, with a record of 1 win, 1 loss, Jair Montalvo.
Here we go, here we go. I've seen Mr. Montalvo fight before, and
Yeah, he had a tough time last year with Damian Miller, but came back with a knockout here at Premier MMA Championship earlier this year.
Right. Here we go.
Meanwhile, Rosvanis is trying to end a 4-fight losing streak after starting off 2-0. 5 of his 6 fights have went the distance, though, so he is in no hurry to get out of that cage.
Right. And a lot of times you don't know, I mean, when it goes to the card, It depends on the judges.
Usually those leg kicks without setting them up are ill-advised, but he's able to, Rosvanis, that is able to land them so quickly that it doesn't seem to be affecting him.
Touch him with that jab, set up your strikes.
Turns his stance a little bit sideways in an effort to land that left jab. What a combination from Montalvo.
Yes. Quick uppercut started it off.
Rosvanis is probably going to think twice about getting inside on Montalvo.
Right.
That is as quick of a combination as I've seen from an amateur in a while.
Looked like he was setting up a spinning back fist there. Oh, that was okay.
That was beautiful. Typically, you land that from your feet. He actually got airborne. That being Rosvanis, got airborne and landed the spinning kick to the chest. It wasn't even to the body. It was to the chest.
And no matter what, if the photographer took a picture of that for the rest of his life, he's going to have a really cool highlight photo.
Usually you want to stay on the ground, and they're just chucking and ducking now.
Dirty boxing there.
Usually you want to stay on your feet when you're throwing a spinning attack like that. That way you can generate more power, but Rosvanis seems to have found some good fortune with his flying spin kick. And Montalvo lands again with a right hook.
Those quick blinks.
We're getting these short spurts of action that just where it looks like either man could drop at any point.
Quick flurries.
Rosvanis goes back to that leg kick that he has found success with early. Against a more experienced guy, though, you would think that it would be a matter of time before Montalvo would try to counter that with a straight right or an overhand.
He's got that real quick right uppercut.
He does. They're jawing at each other a little bit in there. Montalvo kind of mocking the style of Rosvanis.
Trying to make him come in and...
Another stiff leg kick from Rosvanis.
Those were...
Something I mentioned earlier, you got to not the best looking counter from Rosvanis. His back foot got up off the ground.
All right, wow, that's a great first round.
But you have to drag him into deep waters.
A yearly subscription to Flow Combat gets you access to all Flow sports sites, including Flow Grappling, Flow Slam, and Flow Rugby, and a whole lot more. Say hello to our ring girl, Brittany! Brittany's back with us.
The beautiful Brittany here at Premier MMA Championship 3. As I was mentioning, apologies for cutting the legendary Rick Toms off. Rosvanis has to be dragged into deep waters, and I'm sure that Montalvo knew that when preparing for this fight. It seems to be a game opponent. But that's a tough round to call because Rosvanis came in with a ton of leg kicks, a ton of them. But Rosvanis seemed to always make, or Montalvo always seemed to make Rosvanis pay when he got within range.
Good countering. Getting good coaching from their corners. Charles Trinity Stanford over there.
Took a break from his busy selfie-taking schedule to do some coaching.
Montalvo looks fresh, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, look at him. He's not, his feet aren't flat. He's not stomping around. Round two, ladies and gentlemen.
Round two was pretty awesome. Let's hear it for these fighters and get them fired up for round two.
Rosvanis and Montalvo. Round two. Pretty even in the first round. Good counters by Montalvo. Oh, no. Montalvo's going to the leg kicks now.
Giving Rosvanis a dose of his own medicine also did not set the shot up.
He's not even close to touching with that.
And that's just something you'll see a lot in the amateur ranks.
Absolutely.
As they gain experience, they'll learn to counter those. They'll learn to set those up.
And to be...
Rosvanis swinging for the fences. Killer B feints a leg kick, dips down, nothing happening.
Show him with that right hand, B, if he throws
Montalvo
that
has the center of the cage. Faking a shot. They need to get more of their shin in there and less foot. Make it thud, not slap. But the way Rosvanis is stepping in, Montalvo can get a very good inside leg kick on it. Whoa.
A nice Superman punch lands for Montalvo.
Inside kick of
Montalvo's ready to swing. Rosvanis appeases him briefly. And then they go back to jawing at each other.
Yes. And the question is, will that end up making you pay if you start doing all the mocking and getting out of your fight plan?
I think Montalvo just wants to engage, and Rosvanis is trying to play his game. Unfortunately, for Rosvanis, the tides have turned, and it seems like Montalvo effectively thieved his game plan.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good coaching from their corners. Oh, notice Rosvanis switched stance.
And he just landed another nice leg kick after several from Montalvo. And they both go for one at the same time. It's hard to tell if Rosvanis is wobbled or if that's just his style at times. And by now, I think I've realized it's just his style.
Oh, good overhand right there.
Montalvo's hand's a little low, but man, if he connects with one of those, that could be it.
Uh-oh, there we go.
He's getting a lot of these flurries where not a lot is landing. But if anything makes it through, it could be night-night for either man.
Right. And all they have to do is connect with something.
15 seconds left in the round. Both men still look fresh, too.
4.
This is going to be a tough one to score, but
absolutely. Oh!
Montalvo, I think, decisively took that round.
Round 2 is in the books. One more round to go in this fight.
This was what we expected out of Rosvanis. He goes to the third round with frequency. And I would imagine G-Force had Montalvo prepare accordingly. But,
right.
The more and more Montalvo fights, I think the better obviously the better he's going to get, but he has a sense of aggression that really can't be taught.
Good counters. I mean, that quick uppercut that he threw.
And that, as I'm saying, that Rosvanis also has heart that can't be taught.
Absolutely.
Because with amateurs, sometimes they're just all too happy to go in there, slug each other.
Yeah.
If it's not going their way, find an easy way out. Win, lose, or draw, Rosvanis he's like, I'm content going to the scorecard.
Right.
I'm content learning. And that's really what amateur MMA is all about.
Absolutely. It's a good fight. They're countering each other. It's been on its feet most of the fight.
Oh, boy, here we go. Last round. Let's hear it. Come on.
Gonna touch gloves. Here we go. They got laid out in the cage now. 3 minutes left.
Montalvo, Rosvanis, round 3. And this very well could determine the winner of the fight.
Absolutely. Very even fight.
Yes.
Very even fight.
I feel Montalvo definitely got round 2.
Right.
That first round was really, really hard to score with Rosvanis landing all those leg kicks.
Yeah.
Rosvanis trying to get inside and grapple.
Very even fight.
Double jab, put him in the cage, B, take him down.
The striking of Montalvo is so raw that it's kind of hard to predict what he's going to do next.
He's good at his angles too.
I mean, you know, uppercut, left, right is coming, but it's hard to tell from what angle it's coming at this point.
Resistance with the jab. That leg's hurting him, B, go back to it.
Rosvanis' corner calling for him to go back to the leg of Montalvo.
Right.
Keep chopping him down.
So the first round strategy paying dividends in the third round.
Yeah. Because chopping the tree down needs to be an attrition thing. Just keep chopping, and by the third round, then they'll pay for it. But it could be scoring points.
We are halfway through round 3. Both men have to know they got to get it done here in this last 90 seconds. Make an impression on those judges.
Absolutely. But once again, Montalvo upper hand
counters with that beautiful strike.
You got close distance, B.
Oh, good shot. Oh.
Now they're slugging it out.
It's 1 minute left in the fight. Good fight. Need to keep your mouth closed.
Montalvo lands a shot. Rosvanis acts like he's ready to strike.
Right.
And then doesn't. Then Montalvo spends time mocking him instead of going after him.
Absolutely.
It's almost puzzling how both of them fall into each other's game plan in that regard.
Right. We're still moving. 30 seconds left.
Good shot to the body by Montalvo.
Back him up, B. Back him up, B.
Oh, he could have overhand.
Stiff left hook.
Yes.
Lands for Montalvo.
Good. 14 seconds left in the fight.
10 seconds, I expect them to go balls to the wall.
Here we go. It's going to go crazy. They better. Because this, knocked his mouthpiece out.
Mouthpiece out.
Keep going. Let's go. That's the thing. They look like they're going to. It's gone to the cards. Gone to the cards.
They've gone the distance. Killaby, Rosvanis, Jair, Montalvo. We'll have the decision here in just a moment.
How do you have this one going, Danny?
First round was pretty even. I think second round went to Mr. Montalvo, and the third round, that's up to the judges, in my opinion.
It's really the leg kicks of Rosvanis in round 3 against the occasional counter strike of Montalvo.
Yes.
And that was really the story in the first round, too.
Right. Great counters, Rosvanis was being a little bit more aggressive, and Montalvo was countering. That is a good game plan for both the gentlemen. Now this is the proverbial Jeopardy music. All right, here we go.
Rick Toms has our scores.
I think certainly before I read the decision, we should hear for these fighters again. Wow, that was a great fight.
Yeah.
All right, here's the decision. Judge Hahn scores the bout 29-28 for Rosvanis. Judge Sparks scores the bout 29-28 for Montalvo. Judge Hopper scores the bout 29-28 for the winner of this bout by split decision in the red corner. Jair Rosvanis.
The crowd doesn't like it, but Rosvanis picks up a split decision victory The leg kicks did pay off. Beautiful game plan.
Right, right. You know, we don't know what the judges want on the card, and aggression, I guess, was the key.
Rosvanis snaps that 4-fight winning streak, or 4-fight losing streak. He has to feel good, and he was soaking up the booze. He loved it.
Absolutely, absolutely.